Hi, folks. Welcome to the Kelly Compound this week.
Matt's already on edge.
It's a little bit of an edgy day today. I just want to say I had a great day yesterday. Really had a good week, all in all. Mm-hmm. Except for one thing. We'll get into that. Yeah. This week we wrapped up the Belair fuel injection. Tommy had to swap out the fuel pump.
Yep.
To a bigger fuel pump.
It's a little guy.
Because it makes that much power. We need big power fuel pump.
Matt bought a fuel pump for it that should probably be in like a lawnmower.
I'm pretty sure
so
you said get the base pump with the kit when I got
said
it.
Get the 450 pump. Tanks advertise that as the 190 LPH up to 450 horsepower. That is not true. That's for like carbureted stuff.
375 horse.
Yeah, but I'm blaming tanks
right.
because they listed that incorrectly.
Well, we're not done blaming tanks either.
Yeah.
I got a little beef with Tanks Inc. Even though I use your stuff on all my cars. And generally speaking, it's great.
Pretty decent.
We found an issue with the fuel tank vent where we'll have to get some.
I have those pictures.
You have the pictures?
Yeah.
Okay. So the top of the tank comes across and then it like pitches down for where the fuel tank and the fuel pump and the sender unit sit in the tank. And the vent is there. So what happens is the vent is actually lower than the very top of the tank, which we didn't notice.
So Matt goes, fills it up, clicks it.
Right.
Clicks it.
No.
Clicks it.
No.
Clicks it.
Stopped. It stopped and I just put it away. I didn't even do that.
Yeah.
And then we get back here. And
I'm
looking at the door because the door latch needs to be adjusted, and I'm trying to get it adjusted because, you know, my body working skills are premier. And Tommy says, "Is that dripping?" And I look down, and fuel is like running out of the bottom of the car.
Yeah.
Because it's pressurizing from heat, I guess, expansion, whatever. And the vent is lower than the tank. So it's pushing fuel up the vent hose and out, which means it's filling that charcoal canister.
Yep.
And we take the cap off and then, okay. So we're going to re-engineer the vent line on that car and have it come out of the fill tube that's in the trunk. Mm-hmm. And it'll go into the charcoal canister and out. And then that should keep us vented properly and we'll block off the one that's in there. But I'm very curious to talk to Tanks Inc. to find out why they built it that way, and if anybody else is having this problem, because seems like a
pretty big deal.
Going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I don't know how many people are buying 53 and 54 Belair fuel tanks from them, but they're on the website.
Yeah.
So you'd think at some point somebody would run into it. Anyway, that seems to be fixed. It's now got the big boy fuel pump, and supposedly it's going to
should run a lot better now.
Even better. Yeah. It ran great.
It did run pretty good, but I think it ran so good because it was lean. And now it's going to run well because we can tune it right.
Oh, that makes sense. Now.
Yeah.
Maybe this will change the
little surge.
The cold start.
Possibly.
Maybe. It had a little surge at cold start. You start it up and it would kind of.
Ooh. You know, never stalled. So still better than the carburetor that was on it.
Yeah.
But
ran great. Had a great time.
We're getting there.
Getting there.
It's getting there.
Yeah. It's a work in progress.
Yeah. It's drivable.
Tommy has been working on this metal patch here for the 69 GTO.
Yep.
Decided to just put the whole panel on. So he's been drilling spot welds and
grinding. It's almost ready to be glued on. We're going to panel bond it.
Yeah, that'll be easy.
Yeah.
Yes, I know you panel bond people, anti-panel bond
I'm gluing
people. Let me tell you, this stuff holds up better than a weld. I have tried it because I have welded stuff together and then I have panel bonded it together. And then I've used every tool possible, including like air hammers and stuff. And the welded part came apart easier than the glued part came apart.
Yeah.
So it's great stuff. If you have the chance to use it, you should try it out.
This is Matt's bad day.
All right. So Monday, we went to see my 65 GTO convertible. Now, we've talked about this before. I don't know if we've put any video of this car out, but I've had this car since I was 15. This is the car. And it was over getting sheet metal work done for the Speed Tech frame that I put under the car. Basically, we had to get rear wheel wells made for it because the frame is narrowed in the back, and I wanted to be able to put the big wide tires on the back. And I also decided we're going to revamp the body because the body was really showing its age. So time to put quarters on it, and since we had to cut the trunk floor out for the new wheel wells and stuff, we just put a new trunk in, tail panel, stuff like that. And it needed a trans tunnel. So it went to Carmen's originally to get a bunch of this work done. Carmen's great, and you know, and the guys there, and Kenny, and everybody's great. It's just not their thing, which is fine. You know, to get into this sort of like custom sheet metal creation stuff. And so I pulled it out of there, and I sent it over to another person's place that I've known for a very long time, who's done other work for me, and usually is pretty good. And the car just kind of like languished over there for going on 7 months now. And the project like kept growing. It kept growing. It was like, oh, well, let's put floor pans in it now. Let's do this. Let's make that. I'm going to do this. And it just got to a point where it was just not happening. Months are going by, and every time I'm going over, it's like, oh, this just needs finish welded, and it never gets finish welded. And then there was a big issue with the firewall. I wanted a smooth firewall like we did in the Chevelle, and it is not that. It has a cutout alcove in it, which makes no sense because we're putting an LS engine in it, or an LT.
No hole for distributor.
There's nothing back there that you need that for. And then on top of it, the firewall's not seamless. And I uncharacteristically lost my cool and was just done. So I'm picking that up later today. And I'm also going to pick up the cab over from there next week, and I'll find somebody else that can do that sheet metal fabrication. I know of a place, but I don't know how backed up they are.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much it matters. Like, if I set the cab over there and it's like 2 years from now, I don't know that we're gonna care.
Cab over's pretty far down the list.
Yeah.
As far as what we got going on.
Yeah. So if I set it over there, maybe maybe that's the way to go. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to run over and talk to them. And so Tommy and I are now going to do sheet metal work.
Yep.
On the 65 GTO. I'm going to probably buy a full floor pan for this thing. That comes with the braces and the inner rocker panels. And then we're just going to unscrew because none of those floors that were made were in there. And the other part of the problem is they're too tall. They're just flat floors. So it's as if the whole thing is now like a chopped and channeled street rod.
Yeah. It's going to be like 3 inches higher than it used to be.
Yeah. And that's just not the way to do it. So we're going to get the full sheet, the full floor pan. We'll install that. We'll build a tunnel that sits on top of it, trace it out, cut it, weld it in. It'll be fine. We'll finish welding in like those rear wheel wells, and the trunk floor and that sort of stuff.
Yep.
And then at that point, it should be ready for paint and body. I'm not going to weld the quarters on or the tail panel. I think we could just tack the trunk floor in.
Yeah.
Just like up at the front where it connects to those wheel wells.
Let somebody who's better at it square it and put it together.
Right, make sure it's square. I mean, we're going to square it for the floor pan.
Yeah.
But like that back, I just want to make sure it's right.
Yeah. The car is super apart.
Yeah. Never been this far apart.
Yeah.
Like it's more apart now than
it's like a VIN number with some pieces of metal riveted to it.
Yeah. So this is going to take this is not something that I was expecting, but we're going to bring it back here and we're going to do the work because, well, we can do sheet metal fabrication here.
Damn right.
So Tommy ran down and picked up a bunch of the parts for the 65 from Carmen's so that we can mock up the front of that thing, get that engine position the way it's supposed to be, because I think it's way too far back still.
I agree. The heads are going to interfere with the firewall for the way that it's set up.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be plenty of room in the front.
I think so too.
To manage that, but for some reason, the rad support never got put on, and nobody cared and whatever. So we're going to take care of that. We played with our laser cleaner a little bit today.
Tried to.
So a bunch of you have probably seen these things. It's like it's like it cleans rust and stuff. You point the thing at it and it's a laser beam and zoop, and it takes the rust and the dirt and stuff off. Like a year ago, I guess maybe it was probably a little over a year.
Ago.
I bought one of these things.
You've had it longer than I've been here, so over a year now. But
yeah, I bought it originally to see if it would be useful for my business, right? For like cleaning equipment and different stuff. I'm not sure I want to put that machine into production or like a machine like it, even like a reliable one. You get in a lot of trouble with that thing pretty quick if you're not really
that thing's kind of scary. Honestly. It's kind of scary.
We can't get it to function right. There's a constant error light on this thing, and so we're trying to sort of figure out what the story is with that.
Trying to figure out the passwords for it.
It's from China, and you have to use like WhatsApp to do support with these people.
Super from China.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it was made. It's like everything on it is in Chinese.
Yeah. The code is in Chinese.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot.
It's super Chinese.
Yeah.
But if it worked, it'd be cool.
Yeah. I mean, when it works, it's very cool. So at some point we'll get it working.
Yeah.
And we'll do a whole video on that. That'll be very cool for everybody. We prepped the 66 Chevelle to get some touch-up work on it. So that's going to happen next week. I know we keep saying
we've been saying this a lot, but its problem is we'll have a good plan and then like everything goes to
beep.
But Monday, all right, so now Monday was taken by the 65, and now today for you is going to be that too. So that ruins 2 days of like trying to get something done.
Right.
Yesterday I had to run a Carmen, so that was,
half a day.
Right.
I played golf yesterday.
Yeah, he played golf yesterday. He also played golf on Wednesday. So
No, Tuesday.
Tuesday. He also played golf on Tuesday, so that didn't get anything to get done.
I played at 3:15. There was the whole day. I got stuff done that day. I had to work. I had work to do.
Yeah. But you had the wrong work to do.
Paperwork.
You had real work to do. We have to get like cars in here.
And Monday, the guys were here. I had to do different stuff with them.
You can leave them alone.
I got to get
you couldn't.
I got to get that.
That was fun.
I'm doing my CEO thing. I'm getting all the stuff together. I'm getting things together. I'm talking to people. I'm making miracles happen here.
It's probably going to cut this part, but my favorite part of that was when he told Brett to stop talking.
Look, this is a very common thing in sales, okay? Everybody has to do sales. You just don't realize that you're doing it, okay? You're trying to talk somebody down on price. You're trying to talk up the work that you do. You're trying to do all these different things, and you're essentially selling yourself for a product or a service or something that you're involved in, right? And one of the biggest mistakes people make is that they don't stop talking when they're doing sales. So if I'm trying to sell you something, I want to find what you're interested in or what are your pain points with whatever I'm doing, right, that I can help with. So I ask you questions. I let you answer. I listen for this answer and the cues in that answer so that I can then continue the conversation. But then I just ask another question, right? Describe something and put it back to you so you talk.
Yeah.
When you're selling, the person you're selling should be doing most of the talking. And a lot of people, they don't like to have that quiet time. See? Where they let the person think and respond. And Brett's great, and he's doing a great job. And I like Brett. But he doesn't stop. And so he doesn't allow that to happen. And so we were talking, and we're up there, and he was just going and going and going. And he was telling me how this conversation was going with somebody, and he's going. And I said, look, I don't mean to say this in a mean way, but you need to stop talking. Like, you have to learn how to stop. You have to learn how to ask the question and then let somebody respond. And as they're responding, also don't like nodding your head, like waiting to just jump in for what you're saying. Wait and listen. So he's working on it. Yeah. It's a work in progress. It's not his general personality, right? He's a talker.
Yeah,
right.
He talks.
He talks.
Yeah.
Right. Which is fine.
Yeah.
But when you're doing stuff like this, you need to kind of have that thing.
It was a lot of fun for me to be down here and just hear Matt like, listen, just stop talking. And I'm just like down here giggling.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's, they're good guys. They're both a work in progress. Yeah. We're making it happen. On a personal note, when I played golf, I went and played yesterday. And I played really well. And then I went over to Scramble. Shout out to Scramble House. And it's an indoor place. Great big indoor place, very cool. And I played a match there last night. And for the first time in my life, on any type of golf scorecard, I shot in the 70s. So I shot a 77 last night. And I know it's indoor golf, and I'm not chalking that up to anything other than it's indoor golf and whatever. But it just puts me on the path to know that 70s outside on the course achievable. Got to have goals, people. Goals are important. Right, Indy? Okay, I haven't had Indy involved at all yet.
That's true, yeah.
All right, we got her involved. Okay.
Yeah.
Next week, we're going to go see the floor equipment that I own and inventory that stuff and take some pictures of it. I have a guy who may be interested in buying a bunch of it, so I want to get that info out to him. We got to see that truck, take those batteries.
Yeah.
So that'll be another day of
getting nothing done.
Getting nothing done in here.
Yep.
You know, but work's got to go. Work is work.
Mm-hmm.
We joked about this earlier that we've been talking about picking up T's C10 for about 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
It's got to happen next week. Because
yeah.
we have everything, right?
Yeah, we're ready.
Yeah, so let's just make a day. We'll go get it.
We'll do it.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll be very happy about that.
Yeah, he's going to be pumped.
I have to take a second day, and we have to go pick up the cab over. Now, granted, that can be, we're talking a half a day for each of these things, so at least we have some time.
Yeah.
But it's tough to kind of get back into the groove of something in a day when you burn
when you burn the whole morning off and you come back after lunch, you're like,
what am I getting done now?
Yeah.
So we're going to make that happen. I'm leaving on Thursday afternoon to go to Myrtle Beach to
golf.
There you go. So that'll be fun. I'm playing 4 rounds while I'm down there. Really great. All the guys from Scramble. It's going to be fun. I'm excited.
And then next week, Matt's going to come in. He goes, all right, what did we do? And then he's going to write nothing on the whiteboard.
I won't be here for Media Day Friday next week.
Oh, so we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. No.
So I'm not sure how that's going to work. I mean, do you?
Well, FaceTime.
You two could do Media Day.
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't know. You could sit in my seat.
But what am I going to say?
Whatever you want.
I don't say much.
Well, then we'll just be sitting there.
That'd be the greatest 20-minute YouTube video of all time. Just the two of you what?
Yeah. Just kind of nodding
Tommy's I fixed that car.
Yeah,
Andy's hold on, I got to check the camera.
Yep.
Are the microphones on?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they're good.
All right, good.
And then they're just
just
doing this.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
I'll over-explain it in a part that you'll just have to cut it all out.
Super excited.
Yeah.
Probably get the most amount of views out of anybody, without question. So I did have one really cool thing happen, which I was not expecting to happen already, or really at all, I guess. I got a message from a random dude on my Instagram who evidently found our videos on YouTube somehow. Whatever. And started asking me questions like, how did you get to where you are doing what you're doing, right? And he's like, I see you talk about your other business, and then you have the cars and stuff. And we kind of messaged back and forth a little bit. And then he said he's 24 years old, and he didn't mind that I talked about this, but he didn't want me to bring up his name or show people what he was saying and stuff. And he said that he feels like he's stuck with what he's doing. He loves cars, he likes getting into this stuff. He's got different ideas for a business and all these things, but he's kind of stuck, and he doesn't take the next steps for any of this stuff. And he was asking me how did you do that? How did you take those steps, right? And he brought up something interesting to me, which I said to you earlier, which was he said every time I kind of want to get started, he's my anxiety with it just kind of kicks off, and I'm kind of well, what am I going to do, or how come I'm not doing that, or whatever. And I told him that, how'd I put that? That his anxiety is just because his body knows that there's something for him to do, but he's forcing himself not to do it. And if he just goes ahead and does it, the anxiety goes away. And it was quiet for 10 minutes. He didn't respond at all. And I was okay, something came, you're messaging some random person, who knows, right? I'm expecting to start getting catfished or something. I don't know what's going on, right? And 10 minutes goes by, and he messages me back, and he's like, I've literally been sitting here for 10 minutes thinking about what you just said. And he's like, that's literally what's happening with me. I have this, I get anxiety because I'm not doing things that I want to do, but I just don't do them because I don't think that I can start them, or that I'm just going to fail at it. And that's when I told him, I'm like, you're going to fail all the time. I'm like, I have failed way more than I've succeeded. You fail up. That's the only way it works. You got to try something. It doesn't work. You just keep trying it again if it's something that you really want to get done. Any of these things are an example of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of times I just keep trying.
Yeah.
You see it.
Every one of these cars is a total nightmare all the time.
Yep.
That you're like, at any point in time, you could just give up and walk away.
Yeah.
And the same thing with work, like with the business. It's a constant for me. Like I'm herding cats on a daily basis. And it was just very cool. Like this kid was just like, thanks so much. Like, do you mind if I message you some other time or whatever? And I was like, anytime, whatever, you're struggling with something or, you got something and you're happy you did it. You don't have anybody to tell, just hit me up.
Yeah.
And it was just very cool. Like we only have 33
subscribers.
33 subscribers
this morning.
Right? Yep. I have no idea if the kid's a subscriber.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
We're up 5 since last week.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we're making it.
We're working to 100.
We're trying. It's all our friends still, but we're starting to expand a little now.
Well,
I think that's it for this week, right?
Yeah, not a lot, I guess.
Quick week.
Outro.
Outroduction.
Here we go again.
Here's where we cut into us doing a burnout somewhere. So just like make that happen.
Yeah, but you keep talking about that and it never
let's go do it.
We can't. You have to leave.
Yeah, okay. Now today's the only day he can do it. Yeah.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. You got to find a place we can do it.
All right.
Where the neighbors aren't going to freak. We're only a stone's throw from the police department.
Every time those cops show up, they're like, "Wow, look at this garage."
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Every time the cops show up, like,
They've been here a few times for things, but nothing bad.
like it's a common occurrence.
Paulie's here.
Paulie's here. You should get him in when I leave.
We should get some video of Paulie.
Yeah.
Working. Hi, Paulie. We just filmed Media Day, so we came out to film you for a little bit. Hi, chick. Hi, chick. So we're putting up a pool house here with the pool. And that's what a bunch of this is. It's been going on for a while. We had to work on it in the fall and then wait in the winter, and now the weather changed and now we're on it. Oh, I'm great. I mean, I'm going to pick my car up in a little while. But yeah, I'm great. We just did Media Day, and then Tommy left to go to Top Golf.
Golf?
Over, the Top Golf, the driving range where you can order the food and all that stuff.
Okay.
They're going to do that. No.
Right.
So they're going to do that. He might come back because I hopefully should have the car back here.
The GTO?
Yeah.
Is it painted at all?
No.
I don't want to know.
It's not even close.
I can't even look in your eyes. Like, it's hurting me.
It's not even close.
It's hurting me.
There's been basically 15 months of nothing really getting done. I mean, all right, the wheel wells in the back are made and they're in, sort of, and
But
like
not finished.
nothing is finished.
Right.
It's all just screwed in.
ADD.
It's all just screwed in.
ADD.
And half of it isn't even going to be of any use. So no, yeah, it's not good. Anyway,
We're getting it. We're
okay.
here. We're here.
I know you're on it.
We're here.
Let's
When
go.
you get back from Italy? When are you getting back from Italy? Wait, before I say anything, wait.
August 9th.
Oh, yeah, well, this will be done. Well, it's an easier date than May 3rd, man. I can't even.
Paulie, you know what the best part about this is? I got the whole thing on video now.
August.
August 9th, she comes back.
Yeah, that'll be way though. Not May. May's last like, oh my God. Maybe not.
All right.
So, during the videos inside, I like them, but maybe I have a tricycle and I just ride past and nobody blinks and nobody stops anything. Like it never even happened.
That's the intro?
He goes it and then like the text follows, the Kelly Conference follows.
I'll wear the hat with the little propeller on
I am
it.
so in, and guess what? I have 9 vintage tricycles in the black trailer. One of them's got to work.
You can't even look at me. You just got to act like I didn't.
Yeah.
Like it didn't happen.
Oh yeah.
And then we throw it in there once in a
we do
while.
it
With the horn. With the horn. Oh
Then
yes.
me and Chicky, dude on it,
Oh yeah.
like 2 Super Mario. And like nothing gets said.
Not next week.
Yeah, nothing gets said.
Oh
And
well,
then
I'm not.
every once in a while, you're like, oh yeah, we're doing.
All right. The week you're here doing the week.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you're not. Well, you're going to come back next week
I'm
just for a day
bringing
or
my
two.
Chappie. I have a little Yamaha yellow Chappie scooter. It's perfect, and
All
it's
right.
tiny, and
All
it's
right.
like this. You'll love it. and I'll drive that around. You'll love it.
All right.
I'll bring it. I need
So-
it.
so
I
you-
need it here.
I can't make any of those jokes. Can't make any of those jokes.
Oh, are we on?
Yeah.
Ah. All right.
All right.
All right.
All right. We'll have fun.
I'll show him some of my moves.
I've never seen you move that fast in my life.
It's over. After I gotta take a nap now.
Yeah. Right. Pulled something in your neck.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. All right.
All right. Bye, Paulie. That's Paulie. We still not doing an outro.
That's because you keep talking.
Well, because stuff comes up and it's funny and I like it. I'm a storyteller. Come on. That's what I do.
Like and subscribe.
And share. You know what we need? Oh, I know what we need.
What?
We need a sign behind us. Neon. Kelly, like, share, and subscribe. It says the Kelly compound.
I was
on
thinking
it.
chicken pot pie.
Ooh.
Wait, we have that one. No.
Oh, I got chicken pot pie. We're totally putting that out for the next video.
I was
I'm
thinking
not
about
here
it.
next week.
Ah.
Damn it.
All right.
We're going to do it. Chicken pot pie. All right.
Well,
I don't really have an outro. We just did it.
yeah, that was the outro. You guys should get it by now. It's the end.